because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Watch tight end. Hey. Four down. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Here we go.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Throwing now is Rodgers. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. Just didn't work. Not at all, and the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage because... Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was...
Hey, check 6 guy. Check 6 guy. 26. Check 3. No. 319.
On second down, here's Rodgers. It's caught by Mike Evans. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Evans, 88 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much, unless, of course, you're playing defense.
Yeah, if you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third down.
Could be a blitzer.
Let's go, Mike. Safe. Mike. Jumbo.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
To throw is Rodgers. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Lawrence Taylor coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Rodgers to throw on second down.
Let him know.
Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Now this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it second down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Green 8, over.
Everyone go forward. Pull down.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Flare.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing is Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Yeah, baby.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Rodgers on third down. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy.
So on fourth down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Rodgers going to throw.
Watch the run.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. but it's now 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Now Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Wide left.
Check 52.
Rodgers now on first down. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
On first down, Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
4 down. Check.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Rodgers. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
319.
4 down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Vernon Davis, as the first half is winding down, and the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Come on, switch it.
319.
Rodgers now throwing on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Time for a break. Do you seriously just skip the halftime of the Super Bowl? Who does that? It's a Super Bowl. Watch the halftime show. All right, here we go. 3rd quarter action now. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Hey, slam.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And he's going to go down again. Brandon Graham getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
319. 319. Check 30.
Check.
Look at it.
Check hot route. Hot.
Check 30.
Watch the safety creep.
319.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
Hey, alert 3.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Check 3.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Rodgers now to throw.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I got to understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. And the Ravens taking the field. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
26. 319. Jumbo. Gun.
Check 13.
Easy.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive, and this is going to be intercepted. To get there and pick it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Over. Wide right. I got you. Green, I did that.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
3 down.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Lawrence Taylor leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Here's Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And Davis has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Now Rodgers on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
23 yards on the play. On 1st down, Rodgers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Look at him, move the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. But that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make the lead now 26. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. A big hit. Knocked down sideways, right near the 39.
Hey, 88.
Mike 20.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's Rodgers going deep here, and that's caught inside the 30. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter.
Yeah, baby. Boom. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Mike 20. Mike 20.
Rodgers now on first down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devontae Adams, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start to move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And that'll be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
To throw on second down, Jackson. And some room to maneuver. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Tight end left. Tight end left. Hey, we got four. Flex down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Two tights.
Jackson throwing again on second and 10. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The left side completion to Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. To throw is Rodgers on 1st and 10.
Time to go, night.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 30 yards there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He's got it at the 15. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. That one goes for 36 yards.
319. Box it. Jumbo.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jimmy Graham, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You going to yell at me? You go cover him.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
All right.
Rush in.
319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Lawrence Taylor able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Crash.
850. Back him up. 319.
Under 10. Under 10.
Strong right. Zoom.
Hey, watch it.
319.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. A very solid gain of 27. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
319. Zoom. 319.
Rodgers throwing on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this.
Oh, to the house.
Oh, design run for their wideout. Oh, look at that. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I think that's about as good a 3-yard run as you're going to see. And he actually did with a little bit of flair, didn't he?
319.
Rodgers throwing here. Wide open receiver complete. And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 47 yards. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And, oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. You're not able to...